Hello guys, this is Edward from HKExcel. So if you're watching this video right now, I believe you want to get a level 7 in your IB business. So that's the right video for you guys because I got a level 7 in IB business back in high school. And this video I'm going to share with you guys tips how to get a level 7, solid level 7 in IB business and the exact techniques that I applied back in high school. So let's get started. So first tip I want to share with you guys is check the grade boundary. So you need to know like the score, the percentage that you want to aim for. So if you're doing SL business, then you need to get a 72% general overall score for IB business, and for higher level business, then it will be lower because it's harder, right? So that will be 66%. But make sure you know that this figure is just based on the data in 2018. So every year there it might be subject to change. And I will say like for this percentage, just treat it as a minimum. So you need to get at least like 2% more when you practice on your own. So that will be more safe. So for example, if you're practicing SL business paper, make sure you get like 74% or above. And for tip 2, so tip 2, ultimate revision tricks. So because business is not like math, so you can just drill the questions, and like for example, you drew 10 years of past paper questions, then you'll be able to get a level 7 in your exam. But business is not that way because like every year the questions there are different. And for example, like maybe 5 years ago you have one question on human resources, but after like a few years, then they will have like different questions on the same topic, right? So you can't just practice the paper by just memorizing like all the answers. Okay, so that's not the way you get level 7. So you need to study everything in the IB business. So you cannot just tip like maybe some topics and then you wish that topic will appear in your IB exam, right? So you have to go through everything and then make sure you memorize everything in your IB business. So there's a bunch of information. So how you can do with that? So usually the way I do it is just this 3 simple techniques. So the first technique is the acronym. So for example, like the way you memorize goal, right? So there are 5 features of goals, right? Characteristics. So how do you memorize that? So I believe your school has taught you that before. So SMART goal, right? So how do we come up with SMART? So SMART, specific, right? Measurable, attainable. It has to be like a relevant and a time-based. So we just take the first letter of the points and then you make it the acronym, right? So that's what acronym means for. So you just take the first letter. So make a point easy for you to memorize, right? So SMART goal. So 5 points. So when a question asks you, oh, how a management should set the goals, then you should you should immediately think of SMART, right? Okay, but not all the points you can make it acronym. So you sometimes need a story-based to memorize the stuff. So for example, Maslow hierarchy, there are 5 human basic needs, right? 5 human needs. So the way you memorize that is by like story that makes sense to you. So for example, like I mean the definition of the Maslow hierarchy, so from bottom to the top, which is from basic needs, and then safety, then love and belongings, right? And then you want to esteem, and finally actualization. So the way I memorize it is that I will imagine a story of myself. So basic needs, so everyone needs food and water, right? So then that's the way I remember. And then after you get food and water, so what you want more? So you want a house, right? You want some privacy, so the safety needs. And then after you get everything, so of course you want some friends, right? And you want to find a lover, so that's why love and belongings comes after. But after you get all this, you would like to get some respect from the others, so you want to join like maybe competition, you want to like get success like in your life, so that's self-esteem, you want to earn respect from the others. And then finally, that's self-actualization. So what you actually want to do as an IB student, then your dream university, or maybe like the subject you want to do in the future. So that will be your self-actualization, because some would like to be a doctor, some would like to be an engineer, right? So that's the way I memorize it. And finally, that is a mind map. So usually students don't know how to use it. So I mean, mind map is just a picture, big picture for your chapters after you study. So for example, you study like topic 1, but there are like bunch of information in it, right? So I will usually use the mind map to draw out everything. So for example, like I would draw like maybe the section, so this topic, topic name, and then section 1, and then section 2, section 3, like that, right? And then under section 1, then you have some branches. So for example, like, oh, the goals, then what are the features of the goals, right? So you can list out SMART in your mind map. Okay, so that's the way you use mind map to study. So that's, I think, so far is the best way to study IB business. So that consolidate everything and make sure you don't miss out like some parts in the chapters. Okay, so I'll show you a bad mind map. Well, what is it like? So a bad mind map will be just like this. So you just like put the topic name, for example, human resources, right? You just list out like all the sections, but that is useless because you know that if you study this mind map, you won't be able to tackle the exam. So what you need to do is like this, something like this. So you have to name the topic, right? So, and then for example, business, right? So what you need to do, like accounting, marketing, and so on. But under the accounting session, then you have to draw something out, right? So for example, you have to learn like a balance sheet, and then also like maybe financial ratios, right? So things like that. And after that, then you can further branch out the details. For example, like financial ratios, what are they good for, right? What is their use? So something like that. So you can keep extending your mind map. So make sure when you use the mind map to draw the mind map at least like 3 times, okay? So to make sure you remember everything. So usually the way I do is first I will read over all the notes, and then I make sure I jot down everything that I need to know. So I'll keep this as the like the final version of the mind map, and I will have some like practice version of the mind map. So for example, I cover up the map, and then I'll practice with drawing out like everything. For example, like topic 1, what I need to know, what I need to study. So then I'll just draw a new mind map and then try to see if that match the one I draw before. Yeah. Best way and the easiest way to get a level 7 is to learn from those who succeed before, right? So for example, you can find a tutor or a friend who got level 7 before, and also you need their study notes, okay? So because the notes are very, very important in getting level 7 in your IB business. You can't just get a textbook, or you can't just revise by using your textbook. You have to consolidate the knowledge and also the useful points. So, and then you revise that notes again and again. Yeah, so that's why HKExcel IB Business Tutors has sorted like all the chapter notes for you guys, and also we have put like all the relevant and sorted by topic past paper in every note. So for example, topic 1, you get every like 10 years of past paper questions in topic 1, and in topic 2 you get the same as well. So that's the way you practice the question types, and also that will be easier for you to study. So it's basically the most efficient way. So last part, essay writing skills. So this is extremely important in terms of like paper 2, because you see a lot of like essay questions. So how you can communicate and write effectively and also in a proper way to get a level 7, so that our tutors will help you out. So they will help you to break down like the questions and also like the essay parts. So for example, like what you need to write in the first paragraph, and also what you need to write in the second paragraph, and so on. And also in business, you know that we have like IAs and also Cuegis essay as well. So that is also very important. So our tutors will all help you out, because I mean, in order to get a level 7, it's not just your exam, but 20% counts on your IA as well. So our HKExcel IB tutors can also help you out with the internal assessments. And finally, we have some free gifts for you guys. So this is our IB business giveaway. So we have like sorted out some chapter notes for you guys, and also we have like put like the 5-year sorted by chapter past papers into our notes, so you can download it for free. And also, most importantly, you want the mark schemes, right? Not just the questions, because without the mark schemes, without the answers, you cannot practice. So we also attach the mark schemes at the back as well, so you can download it for free. And then finally, we'll also give you a level 7 Cuegis guide. So download link, so you can just go to hkexcel.org/free resources. Okay, yeah, so the notes will be like that. So you can see that we have like all the definitions point out, and also like the past paper question as well. Yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to email us. So our email is hkexcel.team@gmail.com.